Dollar lights, light a candle, and we're going to flow into our relaxing pre-New Year's Eve yoga session. So finding our bodies in that comfortable seated pose. Any easy seat that feels good for you, may you find your position as we are using our seat to help relax and wind down the mind and body. Tummy's tucked in at the navel, spinal cords are nice and elongated, meaning we're not sunken. Having that nice elongated spine. With the shoulders relaxed downward away from the ears, slightly gazing the eyes down. As we take a nice deep intentional breath in, exhale, breathe in deeply, exhale. Taking a moment to notice how the breath feels within the body as we breathe our palms at heart center, coming into that seated prayer. 4 breaths of silence. Breathe in through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. As we flow our feet in a bound position, coming into a diamond or a butterfly. This here is a hip opener, and we're going to slightly hinge at the hips. Taking a notice of how it feels when we hinge forward. It's a deeper stretch. Allowing those shoulders to melt forward, dropping your head downward towards your feet, if that feels good. You may feel this in your lumbar spine. You'll definitely feel it in your inner thighs. Breathe in. Exhale. 4 breaths. Two more breaths. Let's option to extend our palms in front of us flat on the earth and notice how that feels as we drop our head, breathing our chin to our clavicle for 3 breaths. Walking our hands towards our bodies, we're going to use our hands to breathe our legs inward, coming into a staff pose. Legs are parallel side by side. Our toes are pointing up towards the heavens, or we can point our toes downward towards the earth in that plantar flex, whatever feels best for you. And we're going to hinge at the hips, coming into that seated half forward fold. You'll feel that stretch behind your legs and your hamstrings. We can option to come into a complete forward fold, connecting our hands to our ankles or our feet, dropping your torso close to the thighs, breathing your head towards your knees. 4 breaths. Two more breaths. Taking that nice deep breath, we're going to exhale up, coming back into that staff pose, and we're going to breathe our legs apart, coming nice and wide-legged, straddle pose, pointing our toes downward towards the earth, or pointing our toes upwards towards the heavens. We are nice and wide-legged. We're going to breathe our palms in front of us, flat on the earth, and we're going to hinge forward. You'll feel a stretch in your inner thighs as well as behind your legs and your hamstrings. We are loosening and opening up the lower parts of our bodies, just in case we're going out and we want to dance on New Year's Eve. Let's relax that body. So feeling that stretch here in your inner thighs, feeling that pull behind your legs and your hamstrings as we hinge closer to the earth. Our palms can be in front of us, flat on the earth, We can extend our arms. We can even breathe our hands to our knees and our ankles or our feet as we hinge forward. Taking a nice deep breath. Exhale. We're going to hold this for 4 natural breaths. Hmm. 2 more breaths. Walking our hands closer to our body as we straighten our torso. And we're going to breathe this left foot inward towards that right thigh, coming into that half butterfly. And we're going to turn, twist our body towards the right over that right thigh and hinge forward. Feeling this stretch behind that right hamstring. Connecting our hands to our ankles or our feet as we option to drop our head closer to our knee. 3 breaths. Slowly exhaling up, coming back into that nice wide-legged stance as we breathe this right foot inward towards that left inner thigh. And we're going to twist/turn our bodies over that left leg and hinge forward, connecting our hands to our ankles or our feet as we drop our head, taking a nice breath. Exhale. 3 breaths. Taking that nice deep breath. Exhale, using our palms to push our torsos up, taking a moment to check in with our backs. And in this position, we're going to do a couple of seated cat-cows. Just tilting that pelvic bone forward, allowing that heart chakra to lift, chin is up. Exhaling to cat, breathing that chin and clavicle, spinal cord flows to the back of the room. We're going to do a couple of these seated cat-cows to our natural breath. Keeping that tummy tucked in at the navel. We're going to find that pause at center, taking a moment to check in with body. Nice, elongated back. Heart chakra's lifted, chin is up, pelvic bone is tilted forward. We're going to hold this 2 breaths. Breathe in. Exhale. If all feels well in our body, we're going to flow into a pigeon pose. We're going to keep that right foot forward. We're going to swing that left leg towards the back. Pigeon pose, just breathe that leg to the back. Noticing how this feels in the body, just relaxing that body down here in our pigeon. We can use our palms to push our torso away from the earth, or we can option to come into that sleeping pigeon, coming closer to that thigh, dropping our head, gazing our eyes downward or closing our eyes, allowing those shoulders to melt forward in that sleeping pigeon or pigeon. We can also option to flow into that king pigeon, lifting our hand and our feet together. Whatever feels best for you, we're going to hold this pigeon for 5 natural breaths. 3 more breaths. Taking a nice deep breath. Exhaling up. If we're in that sleeping pigeon, awakening that pigeon. Taking a nice deep breath. We're going to untuck that left foot. We're going to come into that down dog, gazing at the feet. Optioning to walk the dog by pedaling the feet left and right. Let's exhale a high plank, build and strengthen our arms just for a couple moments here. Or low plank, 4 breaths. 3, 2, exhale back, down dog, gazing at the feet. Taking a nice, deep, intentional breath. Exhale. As we pigeon pose opposite side, we're going to swing that left foot forward, right leg goes straight to the back. Feeling that stretch there in the body. Optioning to come down to that sleeping pigeon. Or we can be in our awakened pigeon. Also optioning to come into that king pigeon, connecting that foot to the hand. Whatever feels best for you. Heart chakra is lifted, chin is up. Pigeon pose, 5 breaths. 2 more breaths. Taking a nice deep breath. Exhale. If we're in that sleeping pigeon, using our palms to push our bodies up, we are back in that awakened pigeon. Backs are nice elongated, heart chakras lifted, chin is up. Untucking that right toe, we're going to flow into our down dog, gazing at the feet. Let's exhale a high plank or a low plank. Let's come on down. If we're in our high plank, let's come down to our low plank or our chaturanga. Hovering over the yoga mat for 3 breaths. Let's exhale down to our tummies. Coming onto a Sphinx pose. We are on our tummies. We are on our forearms. Shoulders are not shrugged. Shoulders are away from the ears, having that control of the body. Heart chakras lifted, chin is up. Taking a nice deep breath. Exhale. Gazing our eyes down with a close. 4 breaths. Two more breaths. Let's fall asleep, coming down to a sleeping alligator. Stacking our palms on top of each other, relaxing our chin, our forehead, or our cheeks onto our palms. Tilting your shoulder blades melt forward, gazing your eyes down or closing them for 4 breaths. More breaths. And let's slowly exhale up, coming into a Superman, Supergirl, breathing our palms in front of us, Lifting our thighs off the earth. Our feet are floating. Our palms, our arms are floating. Superman, Supergirl. This is a slight back bend. We're also working our arms, our back blades, our gluteus maximus, as well as the backs of our legs. Heart chakras lifted, chin is up. 4 breaths. Two more breaths. And we're going to find that pause and we're going to swim our hands towards the back, coming into a locust pose. Our palms are upwards towards the heavens. The locust pose also works the back legs, the arms, the gluteus maximus, as well as the backs of the legs. Chin is up. Heart chakras lifted. 3 breaths. Taking a nice deep breath, we're going to hold this pose. We're going to flow into a sleeping locust, just relaxing the body. Arms, shoulders, and forehead melts to the earth, to the yoga mat. Taking a nice deep breath. Exhale. Allowing those shoulder blades to melt forward into the earth. 4 natural breaths. Few more breaths. Let's slowly awaken from that sleeping locust, coming back into that locust pose, taking the feet, the arms off the earth. Heart chakras lifted, chin is up. Breathe in. Exhale. As we flow into a bow pose or a half bow connecting that hand to ankle, half bow, complete bow. Both of our hands are connected to our ankles. This here is a deeper back bend. You'll feel your shoulder blades squeezing together. Heart chakras lifted, chin is up. 4 breaths. Two more breaths. Breathe in. Exhale. Relaxing the body, swimming our hands forward. Let's come back into that space pose. Shoulders are not shrugged. They are away from the ears. Heart chakras lifted, chin is up. Taking a nice, deep, intentional breath. Exhale through the mouth. Let's flow into a cobra or a baby cobra. Palms are flat on the earth and pushing our torso slightly away from the earth. Baby cobra, cobra, arms are further, torso's further away from the earth. So cobra, arms are straighter. Baby cobra, those elbows are slightly bent. This is the deeper back bend. Heart chakras lifted, chin is up. Two more breaths. If all feels well, let's untuck those toes and let's flow to an up dog. Taking those thighs off the earth. Up dog. Heart chakras lifted, chin is up. We're working those shoulders, back legs. This is a slight back bend as well. 3 breaths. Let's flow to down dog, gazing at the feet. Walking our dog if we choose. As we walk our feet towards our hands, coming into a complete forward fold or half forward fold. Whatever feels best for you, complete or half forward fold, dropping that head. This here is a full body stretch. It is a lengthening pose. 4 breaths. 2 more breaths. Now let's yogi walk our feet slightly apart. And we're going to flow into a ragdoll, hugging our hands to our elbows and optioning to rock or sway that body from side to side. Noticing when you rock and sway, you'll feel that pull, that stretch a little more behind your legs and your hamstrings. 4 breaths. Ragdoll. We're going to find that pose at center, connecting our hands, our fingertips to the earth. Our backs are straight, wide-legged half, forward fold. Tummies are nice and tight, tucked in at the navel. And let's yogi walk our feet apart a little wider, and we're going to slightly breathe our toes towards the edges of our yoga mats. And we're going to come up as we bend our knees, coming into a goddess God stance. We are now working the lower parts of our bodies. So dropping down and feeling your quads, all of those leg muscles, the 4 muscles in your legs working here. You'll feel your calves working here. Let's come into cactus hands if that feels good. We also can breathe our palms up in the air in our extended mountain. We're going to hold this goddess God stance for 5 breaths. Three more breaths. Taking a nice breath. Exhale up, flowing to standing star, straightening the legs. Palms are to the side, heart chakras lifted, chin is up. Taking a nice deep breath. Exhale. Two more breaths. And we're going to flow back to our goddess God stance, bending our knees. And we're going to option to pulse up and down or rock their body from side to side. These are options. Or we can simply stay still. And our goddess for 5 more breaths. Two more breaths. We're going to find that pause, straightening our legs, coming into a wide-legged forward fold, connecting our hands to our ankles, dropping that head, taking a nice breath. Exhale. 2 more breaths. Now let's come wide-legged, half forward fold. Tummies are tight. And we're going to try something here. We're going to take this left hand, connect this left hand to that right ankle. And we're going to wrap this right arm behind our backs, how we do in our thread the needle, as we gaze over that right shoulder. Now we're in that wide-legged spinal twist. 4 natural breaths. Two more breaths. Let's exhale back to center, connecting our fingertips to the earth. We are half forward folds. We are still wide-legged. Tummies are tucked. Breathe in. Exhale. If all feels well, we're going to connect this right hand to that left ankle, and we're going to wrap this left arm around our backs, how we do in our thread the needle, as we gaze over that left shoulder. Coming into that wide-legged spinal twist, taking a nice breath. Exhale. We're going to hold this pose for 4 breaths. Two more breaths. Let's exhale back to center. We are wide-legged, half forward, or wide-legged, complete forward fold for 2 breaths. Let's walk our hands forward, breathing our legs together, down dog, gazing at the feet. We're going to walk our dog by pedaling our feet left and right. Finding that pause, shifting that weight forward, high plank. Tummies are tight, and we're going to flow onto our side, coming into a side plank. We can be in that low or that high plank. 2 more breaths. Let's exhale back to high plank or low plank. And we're going to switch sides. We're going to come into that side plank, opposite side, extending that arm up. 3 breaths. Slowly exhaling out, coming back to high plank or low plank. And we're going to drop to our knees and come into a child's pose or puppy pose. Whatever pose feels best for you, child's pose or puppy. Breathing that torso close to the earth. If we're in our puppy pose, our buttocks is high in the air. If we're in that child's pose, our thighs are together and our buttocks are closer to the heels of our feet. Whatever feels best for you, we're going to take a nice, deep, intentional breath in. Exhale. Allow our heart chakra to come to the earth, allowing our shoulder blades to melt forward, dropping our head. We're going to relax here. 6 breaths of silence. 3 more breaths. We're going to extend our arms in front of us, palms are flat on the earth, making it an extended child's or puppy pose. Palms are flat on the earth, and we're going to spinal wave our bodies out of our child's pose or puppy pose, using the palms to wave our bodies forward and using our palms to wave our buttocks towards our heels. 3 breaths, spinal waving. And we're going to find that pose at center, coming into a tabletop pose. Knees are hip distance apart. Palms are flat on the earth. We're going to drop down to cow. Chin is up. Exhale to cat. And we're going to do a couple cat cows to our natural breath. Finding that pause at center. We're going to cross our feet at our ankles. Let's come into a seated position. Any seated pose that feels good for you. I'm just going to come into an easy seat. Backs are straight. Spinal cords are nice and elongated. Shoulders relax downward away from the ears. Breathe in deeply. Exhale. Just relaxing our palms on our laps, taking a moment to check in with body. Noticing how we feel right here, right now, in our present moment without judgment. Simply being aware. Two more breaths. Let's flow into a couple of seated cat cows. Just noticing, taking a moment to notice how this feels in your spinal cord, your lumbar spine. Let's make that nice deep C-spine in our cat pose. Just nice and deep. Noticing how this C feels in that spinal cord, thoracic spine. Tummies are tucked in at the navel. We're going to hold this C-spine for 3 breaths. 2. Let's exhale back up to our cow. We're going to hold this cow pose for 3 breaths. That pelvic bone is tilted forward, heart chakra is lifted, chin is up. Flowing back to that cat. Come into cow. Flowing back to cat pose, extending those arms in front of us, dropping our fingertips to the earth. Our arms are extended in front of us, dropping that head, chin comes to clavicle. Tummies are tucked in at the navel. Our fingertips are connected to the earth. Arms are extended in front of us. We're going to hold this C-spine. Cat pose. 3 more breaths. Let's option to come out of that C-spine and just simply hinge at the hips. Breathing those arms in front of us, palms flat on the earth. Noticing how this feels in the body for 3 breaths. Taking a nice deep breath. Exhale. Using our hands to lift our torso up. We are back in that seated pose. We're going to breathe our palms out to the side. Breathe them up in the air, coming into that seated extended mountain. Palms are together. They are not connected. Seated extended mountain. In our seated salute, our palms are together. Extended mountain. Palms are separated. Heart chakras lifted. Chin is up. Spinal cord is nice and elongated. Pelvic bone is tilted forward. Taking a nice deep breath. Exhale, let's twist the body towards the right, breathing those palms down, gazing over that right shoulder, coming into that seated twist. 3 breaths. Breathe in deeply. Exhale, coming back to center, coming into that seated star. Palms are out towards the side. Heart chakras lifted, chin is up. Pelvic bone is tilted forward. Taking a nice breath. Exhale, twist the body towards the left. Palms come down. We're going to gaze over that left shoulder, seated twist. 3 breaths. Let's exhale back to center. Connecting our fingertips to the yoga mat. Palms are connected to the earth. Tummies are tucked in at the navel. Spinal cord is nice and long. Shoulders melted downward. Relax downward away from the ears. Eyes are slightly gazed down and closed. Taking this time to check in with our environment. Noticing what's going on right here, right now in our present moment. Simply being aware without judgment. 2 breaths. Extend our palms out to the side, connecting our fingertips to our shoulders. And we're going to rotate our shoulders forward, keeping that tummy nice and tight, spinal cords nice and elongated. 3 breaths. We are working the shoulders, we're working the back legs. We're also working the neck. We're going to find that pause at center and rotate our shoulders in the opposite direction. Let's ensure that we're lifting those shoulders up towards the ears and rolling them towards the back. Really feeling the rotations here. For 3 breaths. We're going to find that pause, relaxing our palms to the earth or to our laps, ensuring the shoulders relax downward away from our ears. And we're going to allow our right ear to just relax to that right shoulder. Just noticing how that feels in the left side of your neck. We are relaxing and soothing and easing the tension from our necks. 2 more breaths. Breathe in. Exhale. Coming back to center, nice and easy here. As we slowly allow our head to relax to the left. Left ear comes closer to left shoulder. You'll feel that stretch in your right side of your neck. Eyes are gazed down and closed. Spinal cords are nice and long. Tummies are tucked in at the navel. Our pelvic bone is tilted forward. We have a nice straight body. Feel in the mind and body relax. Relaxing, reducing tension from our necks and our shoulders. 3 breaths. Nice and slowly exhaling back to center. Shoulders relax down as we breathe this right hand and just connect that right hand to the yoga mat. Palms. That right palm is on the yoga mat. We're going to extend that left arm out to the side and breathe it over our head, allowing our bodies to lean towards the right. You'll feel that stretch in your left side body. Optioning to slightly gaze up at the heavens or gaze at your left elbow. 3 breaths. Ensuring that tummy is tight. Take in a nice breath, nice and slowly. Exhale. Allowing that left hand, left arm to relax. Left palm comes and connects to the yoga mat on that left side. And we're going to take this right arm. We're going to breathe in and extend that right arm up towards the side and over the head as our bodies lean towards the left. Feeling that stretch in the side body on your right side. Optioning to gaze up at the heavens or gaze at your right elbow. Tummies are tight. 3 breaths. Taking a nice breath. Exhale. Nice and easy, coming to a seated pose. Breathing that right hand towards the earth, connecting that palm to your yoga mat, or we can breathe our palms on our lips, or breathe our palms at heart center. Relaxing those shoulders downward away from the ears. Using this time to check in with mind, checking in with body. Being mindful of what's going on around us. Being mindful of what is going on within us. Without judgment. Always being kind and loving to oneself. Being mindful of oneself. Kindly. Breathe in through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. With our palms at heart center, we're going to extend our arms up, coming into that seated salute, allowing those shoulders to flow up towards the ears, feeling that spinal cord get nice and elongated. You'll feel your pelvic bone tilt forward. Your heart chakra's lifted, your chin is up, nice deep stretch. As we interlace our fingers with that pointer finger pointing up towards the heavens, elongating that spine. Shoulders comes up towards the ears, feeling that stretch. Slightly breathing your back blades towards your spinal cord and allowing your arms to slightly flow towards the back of the room. You'll feel your heart chakra come a little higher. You may even feel this in your lumbar spine. As our arms flows towards the back, our pelvic bone tilts further forward. Heart chakra lifts, chin is up. 3 breaths. Two breaths. Let's exhale back center, coming into that seated salute, palms together. Breathing our palms at heart center, coming into that seated prayer, relaxing those shoulders downward, away from the ears. Tummy's tucked in. Eyes are gazed downward or closed. Breathe in through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. As we use this time to thank ourselves for allowing ourselves to practice self-care here today. For in a busy, busy world, It is a beautiful thing when we find time for self. Now, I'd like to thank you all for allowing me to practice self-care with you here today, for it truly, truly is a blessing. The light in me sees, appreciates, and respects the light in you all. Namaste.